Hey everyone, it's the Getty Group. This is going to be dealing with dumbasses. Episode 6, I think. 5 or 6. Anyways, this is going to be store owners this time. I recently had a bit of a, how should we say, argument? I don't know if it's an argument, altercation, what do you want to call it, with a store owner of mine. I was talking to somebody else. I wasn't even talking to this douchebag. I was talking to one of my friends who was sitting next to me. And he was saying, he versed someone. And the person he was versing, he had a great matchup against, but he ended up losing because he drew complete crap. And I told him, that's understandable. In card games, luck is the biggest factor. All of a sudden, this card store owner pops up, and he's like, no, it isn't. Really? Pray tell then, what is the biggest determiner in a card game? Skill. Okay, let's go with your assumption. How does skill affect who you're paired against? How does skill affect what you draw? I mean, if you're stacking, I understand. You've got skill in stacking, so you stack your deck so you draw the perfect stuff. Okay, I understand that. That's skill, okay. But how does it normally affect what you draw? How does skill affect who you're paired against? How does skill affect, when you activate a card, does skill affect what your opponent is going to do to it? No. Card games are 99 motherfucking% luck. That's what they are. Like, when you draw 5 cards, you're sitting there, oh, come on, baby, don't fuck me over, don't fuck me over, because there's no skill in drawing cards. Like, there's no skill in taking a bunch of cards and drawing a card at the top. There's just not. Like, it's like, okay, I'm gonna draw it like this. Is that any more skillful than just, picking it up, putting it in my hand? No. Is it any more skillful than like sliding out backwards and putting it in my hand? No. There's no skill involved. Like, it's all about luck what you draw. Those 5 cards, unless you're stacking, those 5 cards are like, oh, don't screw me, don't screw me, don't screw me. Even if you get a good hand, say you get a good hand because you got lucky and you got a good hand because you drew 5 good cards. What happens if you draw crap? Crap. Crap. He's like, well, that's why you don't run crap in your deck. You don't mean to run crap in your deck, but certain cards only work with other cards. Well, like, for instance, almost everybody runs double to triple MST and heavy storm in their deck right now. There's a player at my locals who runs a completely trapless deck. No traps. Everything he activates is a 1-drop. Creature swap. Monster Reborn. Dark Hole. Heavy. Everything. He doesn't set a single card, and he doesn't have a single continuous card. So, if you draw 2 MST and a heavy turn 1 against this player, is that skill on his part? Did he skillfully fuck you up by making you draw those? No, that was complete luck. You randomly drew 3 cards that have no fucking effect on this player. It's all about luck. And it really, and and I told this to the store owner, and he's like, no, it's about skill. Like, skill beats luck every single time. What's funny is every time he's played me, every time, people, he's lost to me. And he's like, well, it's because I got a bad hand. So you're saying you ain't got shit for skill then? I mean, come on. You're sitting here saying everything's skill. You're sitting here drawing bad cards left and right. What are you saying? Are you saying you've got no skill and I've got mad skill? Is that what you're saying? I mean, come on. Like, you can't go both ways of this isn't a fucking pendulum here. You can't do that. It's one way or the other. It's either skill or luck. You decide. And everyone I've talked to has agreed. Card games are 99 motherfucking% luck. It's luck. Like, everything in the game is luck. What you draw, what your opponent has. Like, when you draw, even if you draw the most BS opening awesome freaking hand in all of, ever. If your opponent draws 1 card to counter you, what does it matter? Like, I mean, I've actually opened up with hands before that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so gonna win this. And my opponent goes first. And he's like, Summon Thunder King. And I'm sitting there going, oh, you sorry sack of I mean, it just happens when you're a Karakuri player. Karakuri players, if they open up with the nuts, dude, the freaking nuts. They got Heavy Storm, they got all the shit they need. They got Instant Fusion, they got Monster Reborn. I've actually done that. I versed a Karakuri player. He drew godly. He was just like, oh my god, let me go, let me go, let me go. I have OTK, I have OTK, and all I did was normal summon King Tiger Wango, and he was like, wow. Like one card that I randomly drew out of a 40 card deck completely messed him up. Again, is that luck or skill? In my opinion, it's pure, undeniable luck. But this card owner sits there and tries to argue with me about it. And I don't like arguing. I hate arguing. So literally I was like, okay, dude, whatever, it's skill, and I walked away. I literally walked away from him, which pissed him off even more. It's like I was trying to, trying to grow up and be an adult and end a conversation before it became an argument, and he gets mad at me for that. Really, dude, grow a pair. Listen, I'm not gonna mention any names, but if he watches this video, he knows who he is, and he can be as mad at me as he wants. I don't give a shit. He knows he was wrong. He knows he was acting stupid, and he needs to act like an adult. That's all there is to it. So, like I said, and I know there's a lot of more stories that deal with dumb card shop owners. Like another instance, same owner. Well, he's like an owner, co-owner, whatever, douchebag. He is a Magic the Gathering fanatic, fan, player, fanboy, person, everything, like ridiculous. Okay, fanboy completely for Magic the Gathering, and I'm okay with that. I have nothing against Magic. I used to play Magic for the longest time. I don't play anymore because I got tired of the freaking block cycles and shit and said screw you. But I used to play Magic for a long time, and I still have no problem playing Magic. I still got my deck and everything. So, but anytime he has a big Magic event coming up, he cancels everything else. He takes every other game in his card store and wipes it off the board and says, nope, fuck all of you. Only Magic players are allowed today. Really? I mean, that's honestly something you should not do. As a card store owner, when you're making money off of multiple games, you should never tell other players that you don't give a fuck what they want. You're going to have only Magic players today because it's a special day. And now, if these special days were like once a year or something, I can understand. But they're like twice a month. It's retarded. And like, there's so many times I go on Facebook, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament canceled Saturday for Magic something. It's not even just pre-releases. Like, so a lot of people are like, well, a lot of people do that for pre-releases. It's not just pre-releases. They do, pre-releases. They do 2K tournaments. They do all kinds of Magic tournaments in which they cancel everything else. And it really is ridiculous in my opinion. It really is. I mean, that's just my opinion as a player. Also as a player slash, I don't know, not a business owner, but whatever. But as my opinion as a player and just a person, it's like retarded that you do that because you're losing money. I mean, honestly, you are. When you do that, people are less likely to come back to your store. They're going to go to another store and give someone else money. And as a business owner, you should want people to come to your store. You should be like, guys, come on, come to my store. And if he actually made it up to the players and we're like, guys, I really want to reserve the tables today for Saturday. So how about we move the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament to Sunday? Just so you still have a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Just move it, Friday, Sunday, something like that. Or maybe say, next Saturday, since you didn't have a tournament this Saturday, we'll do $3 buy-in. Give the player something as a thank you for, screwing them over for, like one day. But he doesn't even do that. Like I said, that's what business owners don't understand. Like, the more happy your player base is, the more you're going to profit and the more your business is just going to, I mean, like, really. Like I said, I have a friend who's a business owner right now. He doesn't even own a store, and he makes enough money to live off of. He doesn't even own a store. He has no physical store right now, and he makes enough money to live off of and support an entire team. So, I mean, like, you got to understand, smart business owners will win every single time. That's what I'm saying. Like, if my friend, the business owner, opened a store right now, that dude, the douchebag I'm talking about, would be screwed. He'd lose like all of his players. I mean, shit, it would be insane. So, I mean, like I said, and I know my friend Chithonian121. I know he's had a lot of problems with one of his store owners, and the dude's a real dumbass and douchebag. Um, so I'm sure there's lots of more stories to go with this. So, if you guys want to leave a video reply, whatever, just on 121 or someone else about your store owner, go ahead. I actually, I made these sessions not just for me, but for everyone, because everyone can agree to this. And some people have a story and they want to tell, or a couple stories. So, if you guys want to make a video reply, go for it. I'll accept it. I don't care. This is for everyone to see and everyone to understand that, business owners should not be, douchebags. Like, they just shouldn't. And I'm sorry to use that word. I really am. But there's a lot of other words I thought about using. Asshole, jackass, stuff like that. And they don't describe the person adequately. Douchebag. Look it up in the dictionary. Like, look up the physical meaning of douchebag, and and I'll put it in the description even. It literally describes these people perfectly. Like, this is their like, if you look next to douchebag in the dictionary, this should have their name next to it. So, this is the Gadget Guru. This is dealing with dumbasses 5 or 6. I don't remember. Something like that. I'll figure out what number it is and put it up there, or maybe I'll just put a random number. Dealing with douchebags number 99. That works. Whatever. So, this is the Gadget Guru, and I'll catch you guys later.